Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Lindy. I'm part of the marketing team here at Cyvision Medical, and we're at our head office in Johannesburg. We've got people joining us from all around the country, Port Elizabeth, Johannesburg, Cape Town, Namibia. Welcome to all of you, and thank you for taking time out of your day. It's a pleasure for us to introduce you to a new speaker today, all the way from the Philippines. We've got Dr. Raj. Give us a wave, Dr. Raj. Are you in the house? We are very excited at Cyvision to announce that Cyvision is the official agent for BSM, Besmile Dental in South Africa. A lot of you may have heard the name before, very well known for its quality. They're a global leader in digital solutions from premium zirconia and glass ceramics to 5-axis milling machines, 3D printers, and prosthetic components. What this means for you: quality materials, modern CAD/CAM equipment, local support from Cyvision, and shorter wait times. We're going to hear all about that now from Dr. Raj. So to you, the dentist, our client, get ready for upgraded workflows and remarkable aesthetics. I would also like to just give a shout out to Robert Hill, who is our IT engineer and has been to the Smile factory, been trained by the team there. Thank you for hosting them so well recently. So Robbie's on the
Thank you.
panel today and ready to take your questions. And he also hosts our clients at our showroom in Johannesburg, Bryanston. So you are all welcome and invited to come and visit and just try this machinery out for yourself. So that's really a nice luxury that you have here in the country. You can come and try it. You know, you're not just buying something blindly. So we invite you to come and take us up on that offer. But I'd like to also introduce you to Celine. Celine here from BSM.
Hello.
Hi, Celine.
Hello, Indy and or everyone. Good afternoon.
Nice to have you. So today we're going to, I'd like to introduce you to Dr. Rajan, all the way from the Philippines. He is a dentist with over 26 years of experience in preventative care, endodontics, prosthodontics, and restorative dentistry. And he's the owner of Christin Dental Works Clinics and Lab since 2004. And he's the vice president of the Philippine Institute of Digital Dentistry and coordinator of the CREST study group. So I'm going to hand over to you, Dr. Raj. And he's also a singer in his spare time here. So if you run out of things to say, you're welcome to sing to us. I caught some singing there earlier. Very, very good.
Good evening from the Philippines. I'm Dr. Rajan Eraula again. Uh, just like what our presenter said, I'm a dental practitioner and also a lab technician. But I only accept for the laboratory works only on our participant. We have a learning here in the Philippines. We call it CREST. That's a Center for Restorative Aesthetic and Surgical Treatment. Okay. Because we are teaching them the workflow of a digital workflow. Okay. So if I will accept a dentist who has not learned the digital workflow, it's very difficult for them to grasp. In this lecture, I will share the workflow that we are sharing to our dentists here in the Philippines on how digital works. Okay. Especially using a latest technology right now, which is milling and 3D printing. Okay. This is a big help for me. 2 years ago, I'm still doing the analog, doing my own wax up, doing my own pouring, die cast. It took me a lot of time doing that. But right now, it's very convenient. It's very efficient. In my picture, this is my lab here. I'm right now here at my office. It's an in-house lab. Okay. I'm using BSM for almost 2 years. I was introduced with the owner, our supplier in the Philippines, uh, about BSM. Okay, I try it. Okay, it's not yet known here in the Philippines, but I try it. I don't have yet a sintering during that time, and I let somebody to sinter the BSM, and they got surprised how good quality it comes out. Good chroma, good translucency, and they ask me, Doc Raj, what is that material? I tell them that's BSM. They say, what is BSM? Who is BSM? Because here in the Philippines, the popular one is Ivoclar, Noritake, something like that. Okay. But anyway, uh, I'll start my slide with okay zirconia protocol and about 3D printing. Okay. First thing first. Okay. We need a data gathering. Okay. In digital dentistry. Okay. We need to take a good and reliable equipment for that. Okay. Here in BSM, they are providing a full workflow, digital workflow. Okay. I have some of their equipment, but some they are just releasing it this year. So I haven't hold of that. Okay. But I include it also because it's almost the same workflow if I'll use my old machine or scanner, something like that. Okay. So zirconia protocol. Okay. Why zirconia? Okay. Zirconia right now has a good quality. Unlike I think 2008, when I first used zirconia in my patients, it is so ugly. It's so bright. There's no chroma, there is no uh translucency on the zirconia. But right now, most of the zirconia right now has a good chroma, good gradients of uh, good gradients of color, and also a translucency. Some even BSM provide a blocking liquid to hide for instance, in implant retained restoration, because most of the zirconia right now has a good translucency. Okay, unlike then. Okay, again, why again zirconia? Because it is very biocompatible. Okay, a polished zirconia love the gingiva love a polished zirconia. Okay, other than a stained ceramics or uh, feldspathic or lithium disilicate. Okay. Okay. First of all, in data gathering, we need to have a good scan data. Okay. Most of the scanner right now has a good accuracy on it. Okay. BSM, I think they will release this scanner. I don't know when in Africa, also here in the Philippines, but this is a good uh, scanner because of its ergonomics. For me, I'm using other brands. This is a slimmer one, okay, and it can be used also with a edentulous uh, patient, okay, edentulous case, and it's also I think integrated with a scan body for multi units. Okay, I will show you this video of a scan. Okay, this is an OBJ scan. Okay, most of my clients, I ask a OBJ scan, not an STL file, because it's very easy to see the margins. Okay, the difference between the gingiva and the shoulder of the preparation of the dentist. Okay, even though how accurate your scanner is, but if you will not provide a good separation or image of your scan, anything would be a failure. Okay. This is a free software. Okay. It's called Mesh Mixer. Okay. But your lab is definitely using a probably an Exocad 3Shape blender for mixers, something like that. Okay. A good scan has a good scanner should have a good tessellation. Okay, tessellation is the there. Okay, the more tessellation your scanner has, the better the image it can capture, details that it can capture. Okay, but some of the scanner right now has its own fault. For instance, in byte registration, some of you probably encountered that there is an overlap in your scan. Okay, so you might think, is this accurate or not? Okay, fortunately, there's an app right now called Byte Finder. Okay, Byte Finder is a application that you can put your scan data even without byte registration, and it will generate the maximum intercuspation of the patient and also create a jaw motion. How it works, it do the AI or the AI of it doing a reverse engineering. It see the as you can see here, for example, okay, the wear pattern of this patient, that's where it generates the maximum intercuspation and the jaw motion. Okay. Also, okay, in data collection, it's very important to have a good, accurate shade matching or shade taking. This one I use here in my laboratory, in my clinic. Okay. This is called OptiShade. This is a color meter and also a shade taker. You can take the shade of your zirconia, your restoration, your uh, pre-op, and also your abutment. Okay. So if you're familiar with the scanner, that's how also it works. Very easy. Learning curve, probably 3 to 5 minutes, you will learn how to use it. But every equipment, there's a chances of inaccuracy. As long as you did not follow the instruction of the manufacturer. For instance, in scanners, some of the scanners need to be calibrated every month. Some scanner had their own self calibration. Okay, same thing with this equipment. It need to be calibrated. Okay, the tip of there. The calibration card is here. Okay, this the interface. Once you capture the shade using OptiShade. On the upper left is the coordinates. The middle part is the actual capture, actual shade of the tooth. Okay. So as you can see, there's a lot of shade within one tooth. Okay. But how we can see how 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 can we check if the which color that we need to use in the laboratory? We only take the center, okay, center of the tooth. Okay, we use that as a guide to choose what materials that we are using in zirconia, in lithium disilicate, in Velspathic. Okay, just like same thing with our digital camera. When you look at your digital camera, the center is the sharpest one. Same thing here. The center that captured, that is the most accurate or clearest. Okay, this one also can be used as a data collection for a app for the laboratory, and also an in-house laboratory for shade matching on stain englazing, which called Matisse. Okay, DSM also has its own digital their own tabs. Okay, I think they get the real zirconia, sintered, and use it probably. Okay, my protocol in shade taking is get a natural normal picture without contrast. Okay, edge to edge. Okay, so that the light hits same as the tab and the tooth. Okay, and also a cross polarized photo to remove all the glare, so I can see the translucency, the actual value of the teeth, and then that would be my reference. Okay. Also, in data collection, right now, you can get a face scan of the patient. Okay, very useful, and also a jaw motion. After data gathering, we get the scan data, shade taking, bite registration, face scan, possible digital photo 2D. Okay. After that, we'll go to the designing part. Okay. In the designing part, okay, you can do this or send it to the laboratory. Okay. If there's a provider that can design for you, if not, uh, you might as well learn it also. It's fun, but it would take a lot of your time to do your own designing. I think DSM also can provide you for the designing. And some other companies, probably there in Africa, you have it. Okay. This app is a free app also, the one that I'm using and teaching here in the Philippines, so that it will not be another expense for the clinic to have a subscription-based designing software. Okay. After the designing, okay, we will go on the manufacturing side. Okay, BSM has its CAD/CAM machine. Okay, their milling machine and their 3D printed. Okay, 3D printed is a very good revelation right now. Okay, because it's very cheap, very efficient, and more and more companies are developing resins, available resin, and design specially specialized for dental use. Okay, here in the Philippines, the most practitioner using 3D printing is dentist, because of the availability of the machine and also the trading. Okay, BSM has is they had a two type of printing machine. Okay, one is DLP and one is a LCD. Okay, the difference between the two of that is just LCD, it projects light, same thing with your monitor, probably the screen of your cell phone. Okay, in DLP, it's just a projector type. Okay, but the principle are the same. Okay, the difference again would be probably the price. The DLP is a little bit higher. Okay, and LCD is on the cheaper side. Okay, that's how DLP works. Okay, and of course resin. BSM is providing a good quality, FDA approved. Okay, because here in the Philippines there are lots of resin which is not FDA approved. Okay, do not use that. Okay, I'm very particular with that with our participant. Please do not use material which is not FDA approved. Okay, they have resin for model, surgical burr, gingiva, and also a temporary crowns. Okay, that would be released probably this year also. Okay, so what is the uses of this 3D printed 3D printing machine in our clinic? How do I use it? Okay, where do I use it? That's the big question. Do I need it? Okay, in my practice, when I had started using 3D printed, it's a big help for me. Okay, earlier I said that I'm doing a analog type of cast. Okay, imagine doing a cast, articulating it, separating a gum. Okay, nowadays I had the two printer. I print the model, and I print the gums. Very easy. It would take you around at least an hour of printing. Okay, and if you have a large bath of 3D printer, okay, you can print probably six or eight, six, I think, six cast at the same time. Okay, just like what here in the picture. Okay, I'll just show you a one sample of a 3D printed uh, temporary crown. Okay, this is where I use it, a long-term provisional to test run my design, and probably if the patient is going abroad. Okay, and the good thing here is you don't rush your laboratory to do the final restoration, because you will create your own acceptable. I think this is a very acceptable temporary for a patient. Okay, also you can use that for doing splints. Okay, doing splints, doing a guide also, uh surgical guide, dentures, uh obturator, aligners, so many things that we can use. The only question is, or you need to ask yourself, where do I will use my 3D printing machine? Okay, that's the big question if you want to incorporate 3D printing. But definitely, even though you're a specialist, you're a general practitioner, there's a room for a 3D printing machine in your office. Okay, okay, this is another video that I made using the one that I discussed earlier, which is the bite finder. Okay, even though if you don't capture properly the bite of the patient, you can still do that by putting it in the app. Okay, I raise the bite 2 millimeters. Okay, and then fabricate the splint. Okay, oh, I tried this app, and this splint is from my wife. I did not include the picture, okay, but I did not do any adjustment after that. Okay. Also, you can use that also for your implant retained restoration for a temporarization. You can print, ask your laboratory to mill it for you, or probably you can print it already in your clinic. Okay. After that, we'll go to milling. Okay. Okay. BSM has a lineup of milling machine, from wet milling, from dry milling. I have here at my back is a uh, dry milling for zirconia and also for PMMA, and yeah, wax also can mill also wax. They have also a milling machine for laboratory, and a wet milling that can mill titanium disc. Okay. Hopefully, God willing, I can have my own next year. That's the plan, to have a milling machine for zirconia disc. Okay. I think this is the Arconia. Okay. Very nice. After sintering, you can see already the gradients, the translucency. They also have this. This is very important in clinical practice. Zirconia polisher. Because every time we installed crowns in our clinic, sometimes, I don't know your practice, but here they don't have a specific grinder, polisher. Okay, we're supposed to have that in our clinic. I'll show you the picture, okay, of what I'm using in my office and in my laboratory. Okay. This one is a new release zirconia of BSM. This is one I'm using right now. Okay, this is one of my case. The milling on the bottom right side, it's a veneer. Okay, imagine a veneer zirconia. I think 5 years ago, it's contraindicated to use a veneer zirconia because of the bonding protocol. Okay. Again, this is their machine, their dry and wet milling machine. You can mill lithium disilicate and zirconia. Learning curve in CAD/CAM dentistry is not so steep. Okay, even your associate, your technician can easily understand on how to use the machine. And my personal experience with BSM, they have a good technical support. Okay, every time I will encounter some problem, or I don't know how to do it, I'll just call and contact them in WhatsApp, and they answer it immediately. Okay. Okay. So you can mill how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 lithium disilicate, and also titanium abutment. Not this, just a titanium abutment, and also zirconia. I think this year they improved their lithium disilicate. This is one of my case. Okay, on the bottom left side, it's a lithium disilicate. They increased the in my eyes, the way I see it, they increased the value of the blocks in comparison with their previous lithium disilicate, which is good because this lithium disilicate, when you fire it 2 times, 3 times, it tends to lower the value. Okay, or in other terms, it turns a little bit grayish. Okay, so value, we need that, especially if you got an A2. For instance, for example, you've got your target's an A2. If you will fire the lithium disilicate more than 4, 5, 6 times, it might turns a little bit grayish, and you will lost the actual value of an A3, and it might turns into A3.5, same thing like that. Okay. In zirconia, there's a liquid or staining liquid, which is my favorite uh, material that BSM is carrying. Okay, it's a coloring before you sinter it. Okay, before you sinter, it's called an artist. Okay, I'll put that on the incisal edge of my cases, so it lowers the value, it increases the translucency. It has also, I think, the B1 opaque. If I have a case or a dentist has a case for an implant retained restoration, I'm putting it the uh inside of the restoration, and it blocks the light. Okay, it blocks the color of the abutment. Okay, also in some cases I've used that also on an endodontically treated tooth. The dentist sent me a picture. I told them that doctora, I need to block this, I gonna use this, etc, etc, etc. Okay, so this is a very good material if you're interested in purchasing or having a milling machine and doing your own lab works. Okay, this is a must. I always use this in every case. Even though you might ask, Doc Raj, it's already multi-layered. Yes, it is multi-layered, but it will help me a lot if I put the staining on the staining or stain and glazing. I don't need to put a lot of translucent or gray, black, and violet or blue on the incisal edge because it's already there. Okay, this is how you use it. Okay, coloring liquid. You put that on the incisal edge. Okay, it's depend on your technique. It's depend on your style. Okay, I'm experimenting on how to use it, especially in the anterior area. I haven't tried to put or lower the value the entire labial surface. I haven't tried it. I tried half. It's good. I tried the to copy the uh mamelon area. It's good, but I like the half. You might ask, how thick or how many? Yan. Okay. How many opaquer that we need? How many layers of opaquer that we need to use? I think you need to try it for yourself. But me, I'm putting one or two coat only, and the result is already okay. Okay, let's fast forward it. We do the sintering. Okay, that's the before and after. Okay, it hides the gray color of the abutment. This is the one that I'm using right now. This is sintering of BSM. Okay, very convenient. I can monitor already it with my phone. In my practice, I center around 8 o'clock in the evening, and my centering would end probably around the same time. Normally, 8 o'clock, 6 o'clock in the morning or 10 o'clock in the morning, depends on how many zirconia I will center. Okay. So I will not go to the laboratory. I'll just check on my phone. It's if the uh my centering is finished already. If not, I'll go back to sleep and wait to finish the centering. Okay. This sintering machine can sinter around, it's a two-layer deck, it's a two-decker crucible. It can sinter, I think the most that I sinter is around 30, more than 30. Okay. But one crucible can you can put zirconia there around 20, so 40, 50, I think you can sinter at once. Okay. This is the outcome of 3D Master. That's an if I'm not mistaken, that's an A2. See the translucency, okay? The gradients, the chroma, you can see on the cervical area, the chroma is there, okay? Very nice, okay? I think I talked to one of their marketing, no, the sales. They're also coming up for a zirconia for aesthetics, okay? Because other brands also producing uh zirconia for coping, zirconia for aesthetic and function, strength and aesthetic, same thing like that. And some of them are just for aesthetic, which is you cannot use that for a long span bridge. I don't know what BSM will come up next with their upcoming zirconia. Okay. This multi-unit abutment implant retain that I made for one of my dentists. Okay. This one, you can see that there's already a pink stain on the gums. I used the artist stain. And this, you can see a lower value on the incisal edge, chroma on the cervical area. And as you can see there in the marginal ridge, I love to put a color gray or color blue on the marginal ridge to lower that, okay, to lower the value and to create a little bit more on the three-dimensional image once I put a stain on it. Okay. Next would be manual shaping and finishing technique. Okay. This is the green stage of my case. Okay. I put texture. Okay. I'm using only just a diamond carbide burr on that. I don't know if you can see or clearly see it. Just a diamond burr. I'll just scrape it, okay? Do the texture, vertical lines and horizontal lines, okay? But right now, I'm stay away doing this because it took me a lot of time doing the staining glazing. I'll just do the vertical and horizontal lines in my final glazed, okay? Here is the staining glaze of BSM, okay? They have also a pink staining glaze for let me see, okay? So I haven't put my hand on the pink, but I have the artist kit, the staining glaze, the master kit. It's good, okay? I've tried it already, okay? And the good thing there is it has a 3D glaze. If you want a texture, if you don't want to have a texture green on zirconia on a green state, same thing like this, you can create that or mimic that by using the 3D glazed. Okay, because it's a uh, porcelain powder which turn into paste. Okay. Any questions so far, Rob?
None yet. But yeah, if
None.
you do want to ask any questions, you can definitely put it in the chat. But yeah. Thanks,
Okay,
Doc.
thank you. BSM also releasing their powder, okay, porcelain powder. Oh, by the way, this staining glaze, you can use that both in lithium disilicate and I almost forgot lithium disilicate and zirconia because the firing of this one is around 740. Okay, so you can use that in your lithium disilicate, Bellspatic, and or meaning it's an all-around staining glaze. Okay, this is one of the sample of BSM 3D Master. Okay, I did a cutback on this case. Okay, and did a micro layering. Okay. The next case is the same case, it's just a model of mine. Okay, you can see on the picture on the upper left, this is straight from the centering. You can see already the incisal translucency, okay, the chroma on the cervical area. All I need to do is just put some little bit stain on the marginal ridges on the lower right picture. I put a little bit white on the cervical area, okay, and some high value on the incisal edge and low value, okay, on the incisal edge. Okay, I'm using an app which called the Matisse recipe. Okay, but on this one, I just used what I saw in Natural Tooth. Okay, another case of 3D Master BSM. Okay, again you can see, even though it's a some of the dentist or lecturer or probably is not advocating using zirconia in anterior side. Okay, I don't know why. Because probably on the aesthetic side. But right now, as you can see, if the most of the zirconia right now has a great translucency. Okay, unlike way back 2000, early 2000, 2005. Okay. But if you'll ask me, Doc Raj, are you always using zirconia? No, definitely not. Okay, I'm using lithium disilicate, Velspatic. It depends on the case. Okay, but most of this case are from the other dentist. Okay, this case is done with our participant in Crest. Okay, just staining glazing. Okay. She is interested in purchasing also milling machine in their clinic because she has a 4 clinics. Yeah. But I told her learn it first, the workflow, so it would be more easy to you to incorporate it in your practice. Okay, because there's a little bit learning curve of it. So I'm helping her. Okay, this is a case of lithium disilicate from DSM. Okay, uh, the picture on the lower left is a taken in OptiShade. Okay, the target is 2 and 3. Okay, I haven't got the ano nito the installed picture. Okay, this one is the old or the previous, not old, the previous zirconia, what's the name? Aconia on the right side. Okay, this is my early work. Okay, I think it's very acceptable. Okay, and I did the other side with the new one, the 3D Master. Okay, a lithium disilicate again case. Tooth number 445. Okay, it's under a cross polarization photography. Okay, as you can see, I have the luxury to copy the white spot on the inside on the edges and in the cervical area. I had the full control of having characterization because I have my own laboratory, in-house laboratory. That's a good thing. Okay. Protocols in tooth preparation. Okay. The way I teach tooth preparation, I always said to my colleagues is which determine the preparation. Okay. The design always dictates the preparation. Okay. But I need to show you uh, how do I do my margins. Okay. Because sometimes this is the most difficult part in tooth preparation. The margins, uh, I the separation between the gums and tooth. Okay. After your preparation is your cementation. My protocol is using a primer for every zirconia case that I will install. Especially it has your primer should have a MDP, the methyl dihydroxide phosphate. I don't know how to pronounce it, but MDP. Okay. And the good thing right now in zirconia restoration, DSM has its own zirconia. It's like not a staining, but it's another layer that creates on the tooth surface, bonding surface of your zirconia, especially in veneers, inlays, onlays, overlays. Okay? Your technician or your lab will put this on the bonding surface and the bonding surface would turn into lithium disilicate. Okay? This is the protocol. This is the heating temperature for that. Okay. And this is the one that I talked to you earlier, that most of the clinic should have this uh, burst or grinding material. Okay. And I think that's it, Robert.
Yes. Thank you very much. Thanks, Dr. Raj. I see that Roy is on. I don't know if he wants to say one or two things. If there's any questions, anyone can jump on and ask or write on the messages there. Just waiting to see if Roy wants to say something to show face.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Raj, and thank you,
Thank,
Robert.
thank you for
Yes, okay. Sorry about that. I should introduce myself first. My name is Roy, and I'm from BSM Company. And the internet is a little slow. I don't know. Is it because I'm in China or something? We have some time difference, but I just want to make sure I can see you and answer your questions clearly. And Dr. Raj just gave a very comprehensive introduction of our company and our products. And actually, BSM, B-Smile, our company, was dedicated. We was found for the dentistry. We're dedicating to the dental CAD/CAM industry, and we provide products for dental CAD/CAM related products for over a decade. So after the very detailed introduction from the Dr. Raj, if there's any question about fellow dental technicians and dentists, we are here to answer your questions, or you want to talk about something about the industry, about the products, we're here to help. Yeah.
Yeah. I think what makes BSM really nice for obviously a start is obviously the classic blocks, obviously being able to work in a lot of the mills and even the Sirona mills and stuff like that. So I know there's a few doctors already using it. So I like to see Dr. Rogers' cases there, actual cases, which is quite nice to see. Yeah, but a lot of people complimenting the color, the shade of the shade and the hardness of the block. So yeah, that's really cool. And then obviously there's a bigger solution to BSM, being the whole CAD/CAM system, from scanning to milling to printing. And I know there's a lot of not questions as such, but questions going around for 3D printing. A lot of people asking, what can I do with a 3D printer? Can I print dentures, surgical guides, and it's making it quite an interest. And yeah, but it's good to be able to answer any questions around that, or milling, or whatever the case. So yeah, if there's still any questions, we would love to answer anything. But yeah, awesome.
Yeah, speaking of, sorry, Robert,
Yeah, go.
I just want to say something more about our printing and lithium disilicate and milling machine, etc. BSM, we are a comprehensive supplier for whole dental CAD/CAM products, like from the scanning, from the printing to the finishing, like 3D printing to the last part, the stain and glaze. We all produce them 100% by ourselves in-house. So we have a lot of experience of, for example, we've met so many questions or situation we were not able to, like, we didn't expect that would be happen. So because we have this kind of experience, so we have a lot of global customers help us to do better. So here we are. So we have the full solution from the 3D printing, no matter for DLP, because a lot of dentists and dental technicians very care about the light source like DLP or SCD or the intraoral scanner or to the lithium disilicate, because this material, as far as from I know, it is pretty popular and it is a pretty common used material in South African like technician field, or some dentists are using it. So we do a lot of improvement, not just by doing it by ourselves. We actually receive the feedback from the customers globally, so from America or from Europe or from Asia. These products are widely tested in this field in all globally, so that's why we can help to improve the products the way it is now. So I'm really appreciative, really grateful for the Dr. Rajan, the introduction for our company, and he's such a great
Roy,
yeah. Yes. Hi.
can I add a little bit more learning? Because I forgot to show the your slicing software of your 3D printing. Because I think it's very important that they know your slicing software that you are using, which is a open source. That's a very good thing that you are using open source. So this is the slicing software of BSM, okay? Even LCD or DLP. So you can see the size of, is it a full screen, right, Roy?
Yes,
You can see my
Yes, we can
we
see.
we
okay.
we are
The
seeing.
box, yeah. Okay. The dimension of the build plate, we call it the build plate, okay, is right here, 193 millimeters, 120 is the Y, and the Z axis, or the height that it can print is around 200 millimeter. Okay. So I can show you if I will put an STL file there, how big or how many it can accommodate. Okay. All right. Okay. So you can print probably as many as this one. Okay. It depends on the need. If you are a dentist or a laboratory, okay, this is good enough for a printer. But if you have a laboratory, definitely you need more. Okay. But if you're a dental practitioner, you can use this in many things like printing splint, printing aligners, printing your temporary crowns, your cast, the denture. Okay. So this one is very easy to use. This one, the Cheeto box. Okay. Sorry. Okay. There. Okay. And also here, okay, you can see the function. Okay. How it's working. Okay. And also you can put the profile. Okay. This is a big thing if you want to purchase a printer. Okay. You need to know the parameters of each resin, because that is where the failure comes. If you don't know the parameters of your resin, you might encounter some problems during your printing. Okay. So
Okay.
this is very easy to learn, and it's an open system. That's very good. That's all, Robert.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing that. It's good to know that these are the things around printing. Some people may not know that, obviously with resins and software and stuff like that.
Since we want to do something for the Dentasa exhibition that will be happening in Cyvision in October. And so this meeting was built for like a kickoff meeting. We want to give an introduction, want to show off, not like show off, showcasing our products in advance. So our fellow dental technicians and dentists can know about us before you actually step into the exhibition, because we will have some hands-on or some we'll have a presentation, a more detailed presentation, focus on our products, because our senior engineers and technicians will be there. And his name is Roger. He will be showcasing the hands-on demo for the staining, some like fusing work. This is the very topic that fellow technicians you're very interested, because you need to see the product and try the product yourself, so you'll know if you like it. So I think that's a very important. So would like to make a little promotion, a little like an advertisement for this project, because it's very important for both SignVision and BSmile. I think it's a very important step for us, for our South African users in the future, potential futures. I want you to know more about BSM. Thank you.
Any dentists who won't be at the Dentasa Congress are welcome to just contact us and come and visit us at our showroom. If I can just direct you to our webpage where you can learn more at cyvisionmedical.com/BSM, and there we can link you to the brochures and catalogs, and you can request a demo or a quote or browse our online shop. This is the address of our showroom in Johannesburg, very centrally located in Bryanston. And I think without further ado, I can wish everyone a good evening. When you do check out on the link in the chat, you are welcome to leave us a comment if you have any questions, and we can definitely contact you back. So thank you so much to you, gentlemen, for sharing your evening with us. Have a good evening, and we look forward to meeting you in South Africa soon. Roy, maybe are you coming to Dentasa?
Yeah, of course. I will
Oh,
definitely come to Dentasa. I can't wait to be there and see you guys
great.
and see everyone else.
Yes, Roy's a very knowledgeable guy. Thank you, everyone, for watching, and our contact details on the website if you need us. Have a good evening.
Thank you,
Thank
Lindy.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Roy.